How are you, JT? It's good to see you. A little weird this way, but good to see you.
Yeah, definitely different, but it is good to see you, and congratulations on your new gig. It's gonna be cool to see you spread your wings throughout the league and not just only doing Dodger players. So
I appreciate it very much. Before we talk about the play yesterday, when you announced on Instagram, Justin, that you were going back to the Dodgers, I was thankful for one, but also could not imagine you in another uniform. Before we get to opening day, what was it like knowing that you were going to be in a Dodger uniform, likely for the remainder of your career?
yeah, it was exciting. I think you hit it right on the head. It was hard to imagine myself in another uniform, although it was certainly a possibility. And when it finally came to fruition and the deal got done with the Dodgers, Court and I were so excited. We were actually on the 10 freeway driving out to Phoenix, and we had to pull over on the side of the road. So um, couldn't be more happy to be in Dodger Blue. This organization's obviously turned my career around, and we've done so many special things. And I'm looking forward to the next few years and making more memories.
Yeah, it's the right fit for the club, and certainly they did the right thing and the right thing by the fans as well. Yesterday was an interesting opening day for you. Obviously, the Dodgers are in Colorado with the Rockies, and they always say, you may go to the ballpark and see something you've never seen. Yesterday, JT, was something that I have never seen. So I know you pride yourself on running the bases well. You have your head down. You're doing what you think is right with kind of tagging up and going back. But take us through that play. What exactly happened, and Belly's reaction to what he knew was a home run?
Yeah, it was just a weird play, and I've gone back and watched it multiple times and had conversation with guys. And Belly drove a ball out to left field, and I was on first base with I think one out maybe. Um, and so my job as a base runner is to get as far as I can. So if he doesn't catch that ball, I have a chance to score. And I got probably 10 feet past second base, and as I saw Tapia jump up and the ball go in his glove, at that time, I was like, "Oh man, he caught it! I got to retreat back to first." So I turned and started to run back, and as he hit the wall, the ball came out of his glove, went over the fence, which I couldn't see because his whole body was blocking me. And then he actually even came down to the ground and looked like he was going to try to throw the ball back to first. He didn't even realize he didn't catch it. So just a weird play, and I feel terrible. Obviously for Belly, cost him a homer, but I just don't know how you do it any different. You see the outfielder catch the ball, you have to get back. If I stand there and wait and assume that he might not catch it, then it turns into a double play. So I don't know if I'm on this rule. I think we might need to. MLB's into changing rules nowadays. We might need to change this one.
Yeah, we will have to revisit that one probably in the offseason. You're talking about MLB changing rules, and last year was just a weird year all the way around, capped off by a tremendous championship for you guys. What's your opinion, though, on having that runner start at second base in extra innings for a full game of 162 for a full season?
Oh man, as a baseball player, or as a baseball fan and a traditionalist, I don't actually love it. I think it's just kind of makes for weird stuff, and keeping stats is a nightmare. But I will say, as a player and a guy who feels for those pitchers that have to go 3, 4 innings and extra innings, and then most likely have to get sent down because of it, I do think it is a smart play, and especially over a 162 game season, where all of our pitchers were limited on their innings last year. So to play 16, 17, 18 inning games this year just puts a lot of guys at a lot of risk. So um, I don't know. I guess I can see both sides of it.
It's hard to say that a team that comes off winning a World Series is going to do it again. We have this thing, run it back this year is what you guys are saying. And it's interesting, though, a lot of teams, after they win it all, they kind of dismantle the team and move forward in other directions. This is a club, arguably, Justin, that got even better, if you can believe it, after winning a World Series with the addition to Trevor Bauer. And you have David Price out of your bullpen. I mean, does the World Series championship still run through LA in your mind?
Uh, well, we think it runs through us every year. that's our goal. As you know, we meet every season, and the number one goal is to win a World Series, and we think we aren't blowing any smoke when we're talking about it. We think it's a legitimate chance, and anything short of that is disappointing for us. So, although we did lose a couple pieces who were pretty big for us, Jock and Kike and Baez. Um, we did add, like you said, Trevor Bauer and David Price is back, pitching out of the bullpen, and Corey Knebel. So where we lost a little bit, probably on the position player wise, not to say that these young guys aren't going to step up and make a huge impact with their opportunity, but our pitching staff got a lot better. So, we think we're the team to beat. I know Dave and Mookie have talked about it. Now we have the target on our back, but we want to continue with the mindset that we're still chasing the championship. We don't want to come up and act like we're being chased by anyone.
You mentioned the loss of Jock Peterson, who now, of course, is with the Chicago Cubs. Kike Hernandez is a member of the Boston Red Sox. But you have an opportunity for Zach McKinstry as well as Gavin Lux to take a step forward in their professional baseball career. What have you seen from those young men that you think really complements the already amazing lineup that the Dodgers have?
Yeah, well, with McKinstry, he's just a dynamic player, very similar to Kike. Can play all over the field. Left-handed bat, takes really good at bats, doesn't strike out a lot, doesn't swing and miss a lot. He's going to put the ball in play, so he's exciting to watch. And Gavin Lux, I think the sky's the limit for him. He's got so much ability, so much talent, and it's just a matter of controlling his emotions and learning how to prepare every day and be a consistent player. And I think when he nails that down, he's going to be a really, really good one.
What is left for you, JT, in your career? You're a World Series champion now. You have been at the top of this game on the game's biggest stage. You obviously came back to LA for a reason. What's left in terms of what you want to accomplish, particularly this year?
Everything. I want to keep winning. I want to keep winning games. I want to keep winning divisions. I want to keep winning World Series. So as long as I got the uniform on, the goal is to do everything I can to win as many games as we can.
Your starting rotation is impressive. The envy, I would think of probably 29 other clubs when you have a David Price coming out of your bullpen. Clayton Kershaw getting the 9th straight opening day start in his career. You have Walker Buehler. Oh, by the way, you also have Trevor Bauer and Dustin May as your 5th starter. What makes this rotation for the Dodgers so potent?
Well, we have like 9 starters that could possibly be in our rotation. So that's for starters. But it's just different looks and different dynamics. Obviously you have Kirsch, the ultimate competitor who goes out there every day and gives yourself a chance to win. And then Buehler, throwing 97 with his little attitude on the mound. And then you go to Bauer, who's pitching with one eye open or one eye closed. I don't know how he describes it. There's just all kinds of different dynamics. And Julio Urias, who's developed and has become such a great weapon for us, whether that be as a starter or in the bullpen. And then that 5th spot, Dustin May's throwing a 101-mile-an-hour bowling ball sinker. So there's just so many different looks and weapons in our starting 5, and it's hard to even label them 1 through 5. They're all probably top 1-2 caliber pitchers on most staffs.
Yeah, we haven't even talked about the arms that you have in the bullpen, and it's safe to say that until you beat the Dodgers, they are the team to beat in the National League West. The Dodgers 8 straight National League West titles, of course, 2020 World Series champions, but a lot of people arguing that you now have some legitimate competition in that division with the San Diego Padres. What is your take on that team as far as pushing the envelope and being a legitimate rival, a recent rival in that NL West against you guys?
Yeah, they have a lot of good players. They had an exciting offseason and made some acquisitions to really help them out. And I think I said it earlier this year, those 19 games are going to be great for us because they're probably going to have a playoff atmosphere. Even in spring training, going over to Peoria to play the Padres, it was a pretty rowdy, hostile crowd there. And I think there was only 2,500 people. So it's going to make for a good year-long series, and there's going to be a lot of excitement, a lot of emotion, and we can't wait to take them on.
All right, JT, I knew you probably thought you were going to get rid of me since I left the Dodgers, but I can't thank you enough for the years and hundreds of interviews that you've been gracious enough to give me. Best of luck this year. I appreciate it very much. Best of luck to you guys, and stay safe and stay healthy.